Planetary war is a weakening factor for a planet. I have discussed about it fleetingly many a times. I generally refer to it. Now everyone knows about it, planetary war. But what exactly is a planetary war and what exactly it does? We will understand it today. Which planets can participate in a planetary war? So planets are three categories: luminaries, that are sun and moon; shadow planets, Rahu, Ketu; and Tara grahas, right? Other planets. These other planets are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And then there are upagrahas and aprakash grahas, right? Aprakash graha, Dhum, Vyatipat, Parivesh, Upketu, Indrachap. And upagrahas is Kala, Mrityu, Ardhaprari, Yamakantak, Gulik. Out of all of these different types of planets, only the normal planets, general planets, what is called as Tara graha. Only the Tara grahas of Venus, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter go into a planetary war. When these five planets, and they will go in planetary war with each other only. So no planet will go in planetary war with Moon. A planet very close to Moon is told to be in Chandra Samagam, occultation. That planet is good. A planet very close to Sun goes into combustion. That planet is quite weak. Planet very close to Rahu Ketu, though no special name is given to it, but it should be told as Path Yuth Graha, right? Planet conjoined with Path. Because Rahu and Ketu are Path, right? The junction points of the zodiac. However, no special names are given to them. So these five planets, right? Major planets, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, they can go in planetary war with each other only. When does the planetary war happen? When these planets are in the same Rashi in the same degree. 1 degree difference. So same Rashi, same degree is very important. Two planets in two different Rashi in the same degree does not matter. Same Rashi, same degree, 1 degree apart. So you say if Venus is 12 degree 24 minute. So 1 degree span is 12 degree 24 minute to 13 degree 24 minute or 11 degree 24 minute. So Venus in 12 degree 24 minute, 1 degree span earlier will start from 11 degree 24 minute and will go all up to 13 degree 24 minute. Now in the same Rashi, if there is any planet between 11 degree 24 minute to 13 degree 24 minute, with Venus being in 12 degree 24 minute, if other planets, these planets, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, are in the same degree, in the same Rashi, then it will be told to be in a planetary war with Venus. Now, as you have learned of planetary war, now will come the question of winner in the planetary war. Who will be winner in the planetary war, right? To decide the winner, you have to understand a few things. See, planets travel east to west. This is longitude. So we say planet is situated 20 degree in Taurus. Sky is taken as a circle. Any circle is 360 degree. Every Rashi is 30 degree, you know, and there are 12 Rashis in total, right? So 30 into 12, 360. So when you say a planet is in 20 degree in Taurus, you are saying it have crossed 10 degrees of Aries and have crossed 20 degrees of Taurus also, which means to say 30, sorry, it have crossed 30 degrees of Aries and now is in 20 degree of Taurus, right? So the planet is in 50 degree out of the total of 360 degree. This is known as longitude. This longitude in Jagannath Hora, it is given in Jagannath Hora, right? This longitude is given in Jagannath Hora. Or any software for that matter. It is given there. Right here. Right click latitudes, speed, etc. You find longitude of the planets, right? Longitude is east to west. Now comes latitude. Latitude is north to south. North is up, south is down. As you see in the world map, if you make a globe, you see northern directions are up, southern things are down, right? So Australia is in south, that is seen below. Russia is in north, that is seen up, north to south. As you can measure the planet in east to west, you can also measure the planet in north to south. And there is a span for this. Like east to west, because it is taken to elliptic is taken to be a circle, the maximum is 360, right? It is counted out of 360. In north and south, it is taken as 9-degree belt. 9 degree in north, 9 degree in south, a total of 18 degrees of belt. So astrologically, planet which comes under this 18-degree belt and remain under the 18-degree belt are only the planets which are considered actual planets. Other planets like Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, etc., who can cross this 18-degree range are not considered planets in astrology. That is the particular reason in Vedic astrology we do not use Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, etc. Right? Now, this is called latitude. East to west is longitude. This is called latitude. This latitude, as you can see, is written for every planet. So there is longitude, longitudinal speed, latitude, latitudinal speed, distance, distance speed. Distance is from Earth apparently. So in the latitudinal speed, you will see minus 0.000. For Sun, it will always be the same because Sun always remains in the center. For Moon, it is 5.119 degree, Mars 3.376 degree, Mercury 1.490 degree, Jupiter minus 0.379 degree, Venus is 7.589 degree, Mars is minus 1.912 degrees, and Rahu is 0.000 degrees. Rahu and Sun will always be on 0, so it will not apply to these. Now for other planets, you see, for Moon, it is written 5.119, plus is not added, only 5 is written. It means the Moon is in 5 degree in north. Right? Mars is 3 degrees in north, Mercury is 1 degree in north, Venus is 7 degree in north, but you see Jupiter is minus 0.379, Saturn is minus 1.912. This minus means in south direction in the lower part, right? Minus represents south. So Jupiter is in 0 degrees in south and Saturn is in 1 degree in south. Minus means below. So south is below, north is up. Now, in this planetary war, when two planets go into the planetary war, the one in the northern side is the winner. The one in the southern side is the loser. If both the planets are in northern side, the one with the higher point wins and the one with lower point is not that much in north, so that is the loser. If both the planets are in south, then the planet having higher point in minus is the loser because that is in more south, and the planet with lower point becomes the loser. For example, you take one horoscope. In this particular horoscope, you see Mercury and Saturn are in the same Rashi. Mercury 3 degree Virgo 42, Saturn 4 degree Virgo 08. Now, because Mercury is 342, he will create the span from 242 to 442. And because Saturn is at 4 degree 8 minutes, it is in the 1 degree span from Mercury. So Saturn and Mercury go into a planetary war. Now to decide the winner, you go to latitude, etc. Saturn latitude is 2.062, 2 degree in north. Mercury is 0.809, 0 degrees in north. So who is in more north? Saturn is in more north. So Saturn is the winner, Mercury is the loser here. In the case of planetary war, it is generally considered that winner planet is very good and loser planet suffers a lot. What happens in a war? In a war, if you become the loser, what happens to you? The enemy will kill you, the enemy will beat you, enemy will take your resources. This is considered very problematic for the planet. Planetary war is considered worst than combustion or debilitation. So the planet is in bad condition, the planet have lost, right? The resources of the planet is snatched away. Because of this particular reason, this planet, first of all, does this planet produce bad result? I will not primarily say that the planet produces bad results as such, right? But the planet becomes weak, right? The planet who have lost is now a weak planet, loser planet. So whatever result is signified by the planet, whatever result is indicated by the planet, that result does not materialize. This you have to understand. In the case of debilitation, Because it is fallen condition, the result of the planet materialize, but it is a negative materialization. In the case of combustion and planetary war, the result do not materialize, right? So you say if Mercury indicates wealth and goes into planetary war, it does not give wealth. If Mercury indicates marriage and goes into planetary war, it does not give happiness from marriage, does not give marriage, or whatever you expect from that marriage, the expectation is not met. So there is a difference between negativity, negative result, and there is a difference between no result or lack of result, lack of the effects, right? So this is the first basic point that needs to be understood. Planet who goes into planetary war is a planet who have lost it, his resources are taken away, is a weak planet, and is not able to produce the result. In horoscope analysis, this you will take into consideration. Now, what about the winner planet? Regarding the winner planet, classics are very clear that the planet who wins in a planetary war is a good planet and should give good results. The point is there, but there is a little bit contradictory points also. Planets are also mentioned as Sudharashmi. Sudharashmi means what? Clear rays. The rays of the planet is very clear, apparently visible, clear, open. See what is happening when two planets are going in the same Rashi and in the same degree, the planets are very close to each other. Depending on their distance from the Earth, one planet will be in front and one planet will be in backward. Right, but both will be like this Mercury Saturn combination. Mercury will be in front because Mercury is closer to Earth, and Saturn will be behind Mercury, right? Because Saturn is an outer planet. But in any case, when you will look at the sky, Mercury and Saturn, you will see together, and you will see them as a point of light, but you will not be able to clearly differentiate between what portion of light belongs to Mercury and what portion of light belongs to Saturn because they are very close. So you see the Rashmi or the light of the planet is not unhindered. The planet is not Sudharasmi, but it is hindered. And this problem it creates, right? So keeping in mind that a planet whose rays are hindered, the same thing happens in combustion also. Combustion happens with respect to sun, and sun is very bright. So if there is a planet behind sun, you are just not able to see the planet, right? Same happens in planetary war also. Two planets obstruct the rays of each other. So though classically it is told that the planet winner in the planetary war is a winner, victorious planet, and should give good result, but because both the planets are obstructing rays of each other, I believe the winner planet in planetary war also suffers. But what type of suffering it is? The planet who is going into a planetary war and losing is a loser. His resources are snatched away. The planet is powerless, like a king who have lost in the war, and the planet cannot produce the result. On the other hand, with respect to the winner planet, though the planet is winner and victorious, but you see what happens in a war. After war, you are tired because you have also exhausted yourself and your resources and all of these things as well, right? And after war, what comes in the kingdom of the winner king is instability, right? Because the king have exhausted a lot of things, right? Many people will die in the war, much wealth, resources, etc. also will go in the war. Same happens with the winner in the planetary war also. Classics take it to be good, I do not take it to be good. This planet indicates instability in everything indicated by the planet. So if it is seventh lord, though it may give you marriage, though it may give you happiness from spouse also, but that happiness is unstable, right? And as it happens in the war, if the planet winning in the planetary war is seventh lord, as is was happening in this case, first of all, in marital life, there is instability. And secondarily, to sustain the marital life, you have to do fights, struggle, competition every day because of some reason or the other reason. That some reason or the other reason will be signified by the planet. Like here, it is Saturn. So that fight, competition, struggle with will be with respect to disease, servants, profession, etc. So winner planet, though it gives result related to the house it owns and related to the things it signifies, but the result is still unstable. And to sustain the good result of the house, you have to fight, you have to do hard work, you have to put efforts to sustain it. So more or less, both the planet and planetary war suffer, but the type of suffering is a little bit different. This difference you have to understand and should keep in mind while interpreting the horoscope, because If you don't keep it in mind while interpreting a horoscope, what you are doing is you are overlooking a very important factor only because you don't know about it. And lack of knowledge, that is ignorance, is the worst that can happen to someone who is in the field of knowledge. So know it, use it in your horoscope analysis, and then you will see your predictions become better. Thank you.